yeah. Hi, and welcome to episode 23. Welcome back, returning viewers, and welcome to any new viewers. I'm Maja. You can find me as sjomajlin on, where am I at? Instagram and Ravelry and on YouTube. So hi, how are you? I'm doing okay, I'm fine. I'm I'm a bit tired, and this is, well, it's not morning because I slept late today, but this is the first thing I'm doing today, so I'm still a bit, you know, not awake yet. But hopefully my breakfast tea will help with that. I'm filming this on Thursday this week because I have a sneeze coming on. I don't want to. I'm filming this on Thursday this week because I have a little bit of tight schedule time-wise this week. So, but I've got some things done knitting-wise. Even though I've been working all of this week. I talked last week about us having a bank holiday on Tuesday last week and almost Monday off. But this week I've been working all week. This far, which is only 3 days, because I'm working. I haven't worked today yet. I'm working after lunch today, so it's well, I'm doing good, but I still have major problems sleeping, so it's kind of hard getting up in the morning. So, well, I've had the option of taking a very slow start, so I took that. So I'm having a really slow start, which is good. So I'm totally fine. Oh. Note to self, do not swallow into the lung. Bad idea. Well, so I've been working, as I said, but I've also had some knitting time. I talked last week about, because I just finished the socks that I was working on when we spoke, or when I was recording. So I was talking about that I didn't really know what I wanted to cast on next. But then I decided, and I cast on what is now a finished object. Just let me see if I find all my stuff in here. I put them in one of my little baskets just so that I wouldn't lose anything, but now it seems like I lost one thing anyway. Well, there it was. So this yarn is my hand spun. I'll show you it close up first. I showed this to you in yarn in yarn form in I think like my second episode or so. I spun this over the summer. This was my first yarn that I applied, other than just, you know, sort of really thick samples for just, you know, trying when I didn't know anything. I should have looked up what the fiber content is, right? I think that it's BFL and camel. I really should have looked it up. I think it is though. It's very soft. And as you can see, it was a braid in grey, pink, and this sort of, is it burgundy-ish? I don't really know how many meters I had of it, but the yarn is pretty thick, and I had a few meters. It wasn't super short. So I decided to cast on for a cowl. So I just cast on actually what I thought would be pretty, you know, sort of enough. And then I counted when I started knitting, and it turned out that it was 99 stitches. And so I just knitted it, stockinette in the round, except for this this section that is reversed stockinette. So you could either wear it like that to have a little bit showing, or you could have it like folded over so that you can see the right side of that reversed stockinette section, or you could have it all the way turned to the inside out. So I finished it on when did I finish it? I think I finished this on Sunday. And I blocked it a little bit. The yarn was not very consistent, but it was plying. Okay, so this is, I Navajo plied this on my spindle. Not on the fly, but afterwards. And plying evens out the yarn a whole lot. And then, then knitting it up also evens it out fairly much. So it looks more even than the yarn actually was. So as I said, you can have it folded over a little bit like that. It doesn't really show. I mean, it's not that obvious, but a little bit like that for this section to show. Or you could have it a bit more standing up. I'm happy with it. I wanted to make sure, because as I said, it wasn't a tiny amount of yarn, but it wasn't, you know, yards and yards and yards and yards of yarn. So I wanted to make sure that I used up all of the yarn. So I played a little bit of yarn chicken when I bound it off, because when I cast on the stitches, I used the long tail cast on. Excuse me. The long tail cast on. So I made sure to cast on stitches till I just had, you know, a short tail left. Excuse me. And then when I was binding off, I played a little bit of yarn chicken and won. And then when I wove in the ends and I had to trim the ends off, this is how much I actually had to cut out of the yarn. So I think that was really good using to get the most amount of yarn out of this into this project. So I'm very happy with that. So I kept those just to show you. Now I will throw them away. So I made a cowl and I like it. I like the colors. And as I said, I Navajo plied it. Not so much to keep the color repeats going, because I wasn't, I didn't really, the braid was dyed in, it wasn't just 3 sections, it was sort of self-striping, but I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention towards having a consistent color change throughout the single that I spun. Because that would just drive me crazy to have that, trying to have that control. But I Navajo plied it just so that I would be able to use all, not lose any yardage. So you can see in some places it mixes a little bit, and in some places it's fairly, what do you say, like rough edges, clean edges between the stripes. And I think I really like it. I really like it. So yay that. And then I did cast on a garter ear flap hat. Ear flap hat, sorry. Ear flap hat. And since I did print the pattern, I can show it to you. It's from Pearl Bee. It looks like that. This is a free pattern. You can find it on Ravelry, but I don't really remember. I don't think it is on Ravelry. I think it links to the Pearl Soho, the Pearl Bee website, and then you can. It's written out in there, and there is also a printable PDF version of it. And it comes in different sizes. I made the largest size. And I finished it yesterday, and I posted a picture of it to Instagram, so some of you might have seen it. This is a garter hat, and there is something going on right there. You knit it in the round, so there are a lot of purl rows, or well, half of them are purl rows. You could, so you can see it turns out to be sort of a seam in the back because that's where you change it. So you could wrap and turn it around and just do the knit stitches, at least for as long as until the decreases start. So you make the little ear flaps. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can. And then these decreases. I started this hat and then I was maybe to here. You knit it from the bottom up. And I had totally misunderstood the decreases. I thought for sure I was doing it right, and I looked at it again and again and again, and I was like, what is going on? Because these are supposed to be like centered double decreases. And I thought I was doing what it said, but I was doing... Which was it though? I think it was left-leaning decreases. Or, you know, so they travel. Which isn't really what's supposed to be going on in this. And I was like, but this doesn't look right, and I looked at it again, but I'm doing what it says. And I was looking at it, and since it, when it sort of goes together on top, I was like, maybe that sort of pulls it back, but no, it doesn't. And I just kept on knitting, and then I was like, no, but this is not right, and I had to rip it out. But it's, I knit this on size 4mm needles. So it's a fairly quick knit anyway, but it always sucks having to rip out. But I made that, and it's a little attached tassel on the top, and let me put it on. So the ear flaps go down, and it also makes it, well, it makes a good shape for the neck as well, or for the back of the head, because the ear flap goes down from the neck point as well. And then it's a bit pointed, but I think that's kind of cute. So I'm happy with this. I made it out of Järbofuga, which is 50% superwash wool and 50% acrylic. Sorry, and this yarn calls for size 4 or 4.5mm needles, and it is 121 meters for 50 gram. And I haven't learned these, you know. Is that a sort of a decay maybe? Worsted? I don't know, I haven't learned those that, what do you say, that grading of yarn. Let me just see real quick if I can see on this pattern what... No, I can't find it real quick anyway, if it says like if you want DK or sport or worsted. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I finished this yesterday, which was Wednesday, yeah. Oh, I'm a little bit confused of these days this week. But I did. And I have to do something about this hair in front of my head when I'm wearing a hat. So, my current only work in progress is the Lado sweater with this colorwork Bohus inspired yoke, which I finished. The colorwork part of the yoke is finished. It looks like that, and obviously, and I don't want to drop the stitches. Obviously it hasn't been blocked out yet, and I don't want to stretch it more than this because I don't want to drop any stitches. But I think it's good. I think I have good tension in the, because it's stranded and you carry, you only carry one color though, so it's not, you don't carry all the colors in the floats, which is good. But this is the back. I think I have good tension in it. There is, in this pattern, excuse me, there is most of the stitches are knit, and then there are some pearls. And I have tried to find some sort of logic or, you know, see some sort of pattern in which stitches are purled and which stitches are knit, and I don't see it. Because here, for example, there are some purl stitches in between, which makes it, well, it's obviously not a rib, but it makes it be, you know, a little bit, oh, there was a table. It makes it a little bit, you know, wavy like that. Which will, yeah, I don't know. It needs to be blocked to sort of even out even more, but yeah, I don't know. So now I'm doing some just knits in this main color, the brown one, for, and I don't remember, but well, pretty far until I can divide for the sleeves, because this is not a very deep yoke yet. And then the rest of the sweater is just the main color. So the fun part of the sweater is done. This is not the fun part though, because I did cut the yarn when I wouldn't use it for, say, more than 3 rounds. I would cut the yarn so that I wouldn't have, you know, all the yarns attached to the project at once. So I'll have to take a huge glass of tea and sit down with these someday. Last week I had just started this purple row that goes in sort of the middle, which is only 1 row. And when you look at it like this, I think it's sort of, well, it looks a whole lot like the same brown. So I'm thinking I should probably have used another color there, but I am not ripping back to change that. I think it's completely fine as it is. But if you look at it, you see that it is actually purple and not the brown. But yeah, the contrast could have been more dramatic. Well, so I'm working on this, and since the color work is done, I think it will be faster from now on. Excuse me, the progress will be faster from now on, I think. So that is my only current work in progress. I have some plans for things to cast on, but as I haven't cast them on yet, I don't have them to show. I have a plan for a lace project, and I have some cross stitch in mind and some other stuff. So yeah, and that's it. Let me just lean in and look at the time. It's at 18. Okay. I think that I will keep this a little shorter today because I don't have that much to show you, and yeah, I have some stuff I need to get done. There will not be an episode up next week. Apologies about that. But and the week after that is, I think I will get an episode up, but I can't promise you, because my dad has a big birthday coming up, and we had sort of just very loosely talked about doing something that weekend. So if we do, that will go first. I think you agree with that too, I hope. Oh, and I was saying something else, wasn't I? I was thinking something else. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that important. Yeah, so I will probably see you again in 2 weeks. Otherwise, I will make something happen. And I will also be not very much available online on Instagram and such. And those of you who've been with me for a while knows what this is. It's just that I don't really, not that I don't trust you guys, because I totally do, but some things are better not, you know, just, you might not want to say all the things for everyone all over the world to know. But yeah, I have something in my eye. That was weird. Okay, I'm good. But yeah, I will be doing good though, so you don't have to worry about me. It's good things coming. And yeah, so hopefully 2 weeks. Well, yeah, it's gonna be 2 weeks in one way or another. Maybe I'll have to film without daylight though. We'll have to see. And by then I will have more knitting to show you, because now I just have my one work in progress. So please do take care and be kind and drink a lot of tea, stay warm, stay safe, and you know, all of that. And make something, be creative. Yeah, take care. Hej då.